Welcome to another episode of Daily World TV News Bites here on Daily World Television. My name is Cal Korff and I'm your host. In the United States, the Donald Trump administration has unleashed a storm of controversy. It has caused global protests worldwide over his executive order to ban allowing immigrants from 7 different countries, the majority of whom are Muslims. What has happened is a U.S. federal judge has ruled against Trump in 2 parts of his order. One is the judge has said that the current order, as it is worded, would cause irreparable harm to those who have already been granted asylum in the United States or hold valid legal green cards. There was the case of 2 Iraqis who were on their way to the United States. When they arrived, they were barred from entering, even though one of these Iraqis had served the U.S. military for nearly a decade and had been given special status by the U.S. government in reward for his loyal service to America as a translator. The judge's decision is correct in that had Trump bothered to have his executive order worded more carefully, it would have not left the legal status in limbo of what may be hundreds of people around the world. There were numerous protests which broke out at airports and other places. Canada's Prime Minister, Justin Trudeau, has said that he is going to take in any immigrants who are turned away at the borders of the United States. Trudeau has said that he welcomes them and Canada as a country welcomes them. Now, one of the ironies of this is that while the Democrats are trying to score political points, upset with Trump issuing this executive order, it should come as no surprise that this has happened since Trump is keeping one of his many campaign promises. In fact, Trump has been in power for a little over a week now, and one thing you can say about him, whether you like him or not, is that he is keeping his promises, which is always good for a politician, provided that those promises are well-intentioned and the policies that back them up mean well. What the Democrats do not tell you, of course, and neither is a lot of the mainstream media, is that the banning of Muslims or people from other countries is not new. President Jimmy Carter did it in the aftermath of the Iranian hostage crisis. Not only did he ban Iranians from entering the U.S., he actually deported countless numbers of students who were legally enrolled in the United States, studying legitimately. They had no ties to terrorism. Yet the Democrats didn't complain when Carter had them deported. Barack Obama also put a moratorium on allowing Iraqis to enter the United States for several months because there were legitimate concerns over possible terrorist threats. Yet when Donald Trump does some of these same actions, the same people who refused to criticize Carter and refused to criticize Obama are now criticizing Donald Trump. That's called hypocrisy. Daily World will continue to follow this story as it unravels and the courts and lawyers go at each other to try to either overturn or render irrelevant Trump's order, or to see whether the White House will append it and update it so that it can account for some of the people who are at present caught in inexcusable legal limbo.